Banks all over the world hate this book by Ramit Sethi that says, I'll teach you to be rich. And they have got a reason for that. We'll be discussing that reason in detail in today's video because we are making review on I'll teach you to be rich. And I've just finished reading this book. And first things first, let me tell you what type of people should and should not prefer reading this book. When it comes to personal finance, there are three categories of books available in the market. First category is for beginners. This category includes very basic books like Rich Dad Poor Dad or The Richest Man in Babylon. These are the books that will give you the importance of basics of the finances. Then there comes a second category. I call that category as mid-level category, and in that category comes a bit of advanced books like Morgan Housel books on the art of spending or the psychology of money. These are books that go a little bit deeper into the financial aspects of somebody's life. But there comes a third category, and I call that category the advanced level category. Having studied more than 5 dozen books on personal finance, I am well capable of categorizing what book falls in which category. And the book in my hand, I'll Teach You to Be Rich, definitely falls in the categories of advanced books on personal finance. Not because this book is so good or this book is well written, not on the basis of that. As I said earlier, the three categories of book that I just named, those are not basing on the quality of the book. Those are on the basis of topics being discussed in the book. So I'll Teach You to Be Rich will not force you or talk much about how you can manage your household expenses or why should you be saving 10% of your income. That is the job of Rich Dad Poor Dad or Richest Man in Babylon. But I'll Teach You to Be Rich will teach you how you can manage your credit card scores. What are credit card ratings? What banks should you choose to put your money in? What types of stocks that you should be interested in, and how you can manage your negotiations with banks. This book will not make much sense to you. It will appear too complicated to you. So if you are a beginner and you haven't read any of the personal finance books, starting with this book will not be a good idea. You will not find this book very fascinating because there will be certain things in the book that are too complicated for a layman to understand. So if you haven't started reading on personal finance, I will not recommend you to begin with I'll Teach You to Be Rich. Coming over to the lessons, there are 3 important lessons that I learned from this book that I am very excited to share with you. First lesson that this book taught me is that investing in simple. There was a line that I might not be quote exactly, but it said that the cost of making a bad investment decision will be far, far better than not starting investing at all. And this hit me in my face because I have been afraid of investing for quite a long time. I mean, every time somebody tried to convince me to invest, my simple Asian reply would be, investing is not easy. You might lose all your money. In order to invest, you need to study the business in detail and you have to remain in touch with the statistics and reports and things like that. So it is not recommended for a layman to invest or start investing. Discussion like this has kept millions of people poor for decades because they do not start being afraid of losing all their money, not realizing that by not investing or beginning to invest, they are already losing money or they are already losing any probability that their investment might make good returns. In this regards, there is an interesting line in the book given by Ramit Sethi that says that to remain fit, Your 99.99% information is you need to eat less and exercise more. These are the two things that you need to know to remain fit. The rest of the tiny percentage of the information is only needed by the athletes or super fit people. Now imagine how fool you and me would be if we do not start being healthy, because we do not know how to do calories count, and we do not know which type of vitamins are in which type of food, and at what time what type of vitamins should be eating. And not knowing these things, we start avoiding our health. The same is the case with the investments. We avoid investing because we do not know the complicated things. But for the beginning of the investment, we do not require the detailed information. We only know the basics, and we need to know only that, and that is suffice. Now, second lesson, negotiating your finances. Since years, I had been a very bad negotiator around money. I considered it morally not suitable to negotiate money. Being from Asian family, I was not encouraged to talk about money, and I was rather guided or taught that money is evil. You should not be thinking of the money at all. It will be given to you by the God. I did never like discussing or negotiating around money, but I'll Teach You to Be Rich taught me that the banks that we are managing or we are dealing with, they are money hungry people taking every dime out of our hard earned money, and we should not let them do that so easily. We have multiple options. We can make discussions with them, and we can choose best that suits us, and instead of remaining mum and letting them charge us and letting them keep stealing our money on regular basis. Second lesson, I learned how to negotiate around money and not being guilty about it. And the third thing, the taboo topics around personal finance, like using credit cards and loans. These are the two things that, in the beginning of financial studies, you are taught that you should remain away from all kinds of loans because you have to pay interest on those. And again, you have to remain away from the trap of credit cards. I'll Teach You to Be Rich will literally guide you. How can you use credit cards to the best of your advantage, and how can you use those loans to benefit you financially? I mean, before reading this book, the beginner level books on personal finance will teach you that you should not spend the money that you do not have. I mean, you must not borrow, but the credit cards and loans are totally opposite to that. But as I said, this is an advanced level of financial literature. So this book will teach you how you can use and manipulate these services at your best. I'll Teach You to Be Rich, certainly the book for advanced level studies on personal finance. But for the basics of personal finance, I have talked multiple times about my favorite book on starting or initial levels of studying personal finance. And if you don't know about that book, this is criminal. Watch this video right here and you can thank me later on. Please give this video a like and subscribe to Bookish Talks. I'll see you in the next one.